Every morning, Miguel and Holly reveal Charlotte's deepest, darkest secrets.
It's Queen City Confessions with Miguel and Holly. Hits 96.1.
If you ever want to get your confession in anonymously, just text us, put the word hits along with your message, and send it to 96893.
Here's the first Queen City confession. My best friend and her husband think they have the perfect relationship, and they claim their secret to happiness is passing gas in front of each other. They think farting around each other is some kind of love language. They even laugh about it like it's cute, saying it's a sign of how comfortable they are together. I find it gross and kind of inappropriate. Like, sure, we're all human, but some things should be private. It's gotten to the point where I dread hanging out at their house because it feels like open season for gas.
So their relationship, they're on the same level with each other as they are with everybody. That's what they said. Like, they're not just tooting in front of each other. They're just tooting it up in front of everybody. Like, at some point, I just feel like it's just a little bit, what is it? Not like, I guess, rude or just polite not to pass gas in front of your guests. Some people would disagree.
You could hear the malice with which I read that one, because when this confession came in the other day, I felt as if I wrote this myself, because I feel the same way this confessor does. I do not like it. I do not want to smell your gas. My husband and I do not do that in front of each other. I'm pretty sure that if I said if it was okay, he probably would be like, oh, this is fine. But I cannot bring myself to be able to do that. Like, do you do that around your fiance, Holly?
I don't even do it around anybody. I don't do it. My daughter's like, well, what do you do with all of that gas? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I don't have a lot, or maybe I just wait to go to the bathroom. And then while everything's happening in the bathroom, that's when it happens.
Right.
And it is uncomfortable sometimes, obviously, physically, discomfort. But my daughter, I'm happy for her, but she's out here tooting all over the place. On me, all over. I had to finally put my foot down and say, do not do this at the dinner table. You will not do it at the dinner table. But yeah, and honestly, if like, it doesn't bother me. Like, if they think that's what keeps their relationship good, let them. But I'd appreciate if you didn't do it in front of me.
Are you a person that does this around your partner? I'm just so curious how it got to that level, and how much are we talking? Text hits in your message to 96893. Here's another Queen City confession. I overheard a coworker bragging about drugging their kid to keep them calm on a flight. Like, they actually said it so casually. Oh yeah, I just give them a little something to knock them out. I'm not even a parent, but I was enraged. How could someone do that to their own child? Flying with kids, I'm assuming, is tough, but isn't that part of being a parent? Figuring out how to handle that without drugging them like they're an inconvenience? I didn't say anything because I didn't want to cause a scene, but it's been eating at me ever since. I can't stop wondering, is this normal? Do parents really do this? Holly, I'm not a parent. You are.
I mean, I don't even know what to say, because it's a very delicate situation. I know some people are like, I mean, at night, maybe they need a melatonin. And that would be considering drugging your kid, right?
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. I know that's a real touchy one. I would not give my child medicine unless they needed it. Like, I wouldn't do that, for example. I would not, like, if they're going to be fussy during a flight, yeah, you got to figure out what to do. I wouldn't choose giving my child medicine, right, to do that. But I do know parents that do give their kids melatonin here and there at night. Is that the same thing? I don't know.
Now, here's my question as a non-parent. Are these kid version of medicine, I'm assuming? Like, they have kid melatonin and stuff like that?
Right, they do. Yeah.
Okay, well, I feel like if that's what it's made for. To me, it's one thing if you're doing it with adult drugs and trying to be a doctor or pharmacist.
Don't ever do that. And don't use something like Benadryl or what is that NyQuil thing? They have like Z's for kids now or whatever. I wouldn't definitely stay away from that. Like, the only thing that I would, and I have actually used a melatonin for my kid before, but also you can fall into the slippery slope of being like, oh, time for your nighttime gummy. And then you're like, don't do that, because then kids build a resistance and then they can't fall asleep on their own. It's a big mess. Parents are going to do what they're going to do, but I don't recommend drugging your kid.
Here's the last Queen City confession with a kid warning on it.
Oh,
my curious pup mysteriously appeared in the living room with an adult toy.
Oh.
Here's the thing. My wife's sister is living with my wife and I. I called my wife hoping it was hers. It wasn't.
Okay.
Now I need to somehow put it back where it belongs, but only my dog and sister-in-law knows that information. So I threw it into my sister-in-law's hamper, knowing she'll eventually find it. Well, my in-laws, my wife and her sister's parents, are coming to stay with us this upcoming weekend, and my mother-in-law loves to do laundry. That's going to be awkward.
Oh, gosh.
You might need to talk to your sister-in-law.
Well, listen, that's on her. If it's somewhere that a dog can find it, that's your own fault. That's your own fault. My dog is not getting in my drawer, okay? He don't have thumbs. Okay, you need to figure out some place where a dog cannot get it. That's
since school was canceled, we can be a little more adult. So I'm going to throw this question out there. How have your pets embarrassed you, or where has your adult toys been found that embarrassed you? Call us up. 1-844-HITS-961.
1-844-448-7961, or text HITS with your message and send it to 96893.